Hanno wakes up floating along the shores of this city. The Romans were capturing the wounded and looting the belongings of fallen warriors. Desperate, Hanno searched for his wife's body, pulled the arrow from her chest, and embraced her, apologizing for not having to protect her. Soon, the Romans arrived and rounded him up with the rest of the warriors and villagers from the area. There, Hanno found his general as Acacius addressed the locals, telling them their land now belonged to the Roman Emperor. He announced that they would be slaves to the Roman government. The strongest would work as slaves, and the rest would have to settle for hoping they could survive. The villagers, consumed by grief, cried for their lost loved ones. To prevent the spread of disease, Acacius ordered the bodies of the dead to be burned. Both Hanno and his general were taken aboard the Roman ships, where they would be deprived of food and endure the worst conditions until they reached their destination. Unfortunately, the general was gravely wounded, and in the following days, his health worsened, leaving him weak and in agony with open wounds and a fragile mind. Hanno tried to help him, but the general stopped him, telling him that his case was beyond saving. With a weak voice, he apologized for the loss of Arishad and recalled how, when they first met, Hanno had been just a young foreign boy from distant lands. From the start, Hanno had been disciplined and obedient, following every order. Over time, the general grew fond of him, and Hanno became the best warrior in his army, yet he deeply regretted that fate had led them to this point. The general expressed his wish to soon join his ancestors, for he had nothing left to fight for, but urged Hanno not to accept the same fate. While resting, Hanno remembered the moment he escaped from Rome. In his memory, he saw Lucius playing with the other children in the village when the Praetorians suddenly showed up looking for him. Lucius ran, and during the months he spent in this new land, an old woman took him in. Before escaping, Lucius begged her to flee with him, but she decided to stay behind. Tragically, the Praetorians destroyed the village, wiping out every witness.